Raditz was the first villain of Dragon Ball Z, and his introduction really shook up the plot of the story. You know, revealing that our main character was an alien sent to destroy the planet, that was quite shocking. But what was even more crazy was his power. He was by far the most powerful villain in Dragon Ball, and probably had the widest gap that any other villain had over Goku up to that point. So in this video I want to discuss if Raditz was too overpowered, was he too strong of a villain to be introduced, or was he just right, or could he have even been more powerful? If you have anything to say about this video, guys, then please comment down below, revealing your thoughts. Also leave a like and subscribe, as well as turning on notifications to be notified every time I upload a Dragon Ball video. So the first time we see Raditz display his power, it was when the farmer with the shotgun attacks him. Raditz proceeds to catch the projectile and deflect it back at the farmer. Not much of a feat here. Then he runs into Piccolo and tanks a powerful blast from the Namekian. This is sort of a big deal here. Prior to this, Piccolo was the big villain that Goku had just defeated in the last saga, in a very close battle. So this was the second strongest person out there, and Raditz just tanked his attack, then left him in the dust, leaving Piccolo scared, as Raditz went off because he figured out where Goku was. So that is one good feat here to start off the list. Now Raditz would then head towards Goku's place, or at Goku, who was at Roshi's place, and shortly after landing, Krillin would just walk up to him nonchalantly. Raditz was able to one-shot Krillin with just his tail. Now Krillin's a pretty formidable fighter, and that's another impressive feat. I'd say Krillin is probably the fourth strongest, Goku 1, Piccolo 2, Tien 3, and Krillin number 4. So Raditz took out the fourth strongest fighter with a single flick of his tail, showing that, yeah, Raditz is nobody to mess with. After lots of dialogue with Raditz explaining what's going on and what Goku would need to do, he would attack Goku, taking him down in a single strike. Just like that, with a single blow, the strongest fighter in the series is down for the count. Now just like that, Raditz has taken out the fourth strongest fighter with his tail, caused Piccolo's balls to retreat into his stomach, and defeated Goku without even trying. All pretty impressive feats showing that Raditz is not someone to be messed with and is very, very powerful. But what he does next is really what makes him overpowered, at least in my eyes. Knowing that the Earth and its people are in a dire situation, and Piccolo knowing that he isn't anywhere close to being the lead alpha male with Raditz in the picture, the number 1 and number 2 fighter decide to team up against this murderous alien. Goku and Piccolo both remove their weighted clothing, and with their power level increasing to a 416 for Goku and Piccolo to a 408, that should make things interesting, right? Piccolo and Goku were both suppressed when they took on Raditz individually. With them both at full power and teaming up, this should be enough to defeat Raditz, or at least give him a challenge, right? Right? Nah. Even the fully powered Goku and Piccolo teamed up against Raditz, he would easily block or evade all of their attacks, and pretty much without trying is absolutely decimating these two rivals. Just think, 5 years ago, Goku and Piccolo were the strongest fighters on planet Earth, who were both immensely talented. Now, after 5 years of training, becoming a lot stronger than they were 5 years ago, they were still absolutely no match for Raditz together. It was like an MMA fighter versus two 6th graders. They never had a chance in a conventional fight. In fact, Raditz actually admits that even if Goku and Piccolo both raised their power level several hundred degrees, they still wouldn't even have a chance. Imagine that. It is likely that both Goku or Piccolo could double their power in this scenario and still wouldn't even be able to close to Raditz if they teamed up. Just imagine that. Goku and Piccolo could both do a Kaioken times 2 in this situation, if they knew it at this time, and still would be nothing for Raditz. And heck, it's possible that they could even do a Kaioken times 3 and still lose to Raditz. So Raditz is a very, very powerful villain here. Definitely overpowered. So if Piccolo decides he needs to use his special technique on Raditz, the special beam cannon, he wanted to use this technique to kill Goku. That's what he devised it for. Which I don't know how he expected Goku to sit there while Piccolo has his fingers on his forehead, raising his energy over time. But anyways, this technique is strong enough to damage Raditz and potentially kill him. But it actually misses extremities and hits his shoulder. And then Goku takes his time and grabs Raditz's tail, which makes him drop to his knees, powerless. Goku knew the tail was a Saiyan's weakness, as he had a tail himself at one point. And even the mighty Raditz was powerless. But Goku's dumbass was convinced that Raditz would stop being a bad guy if he just let go. And Raditz took advantage of Goku's kind heart and starts beating the absolute shit out of Goku. This pisses somebody off though. A little half-human, half-Saiyan hybrid, and Goku's son Gohan. Gohan broke out of the Saiyan pod and drastically increased his power and launched at Raditz, whom was caught off guard. A headbutt to the chest hit Raditz like a missile, nearly knocking him over and visibly wounding him. Yet despite these three things, the special beam cannon to the shoulder, a tail grab, and the Gohan headbutt, both Piccolo and Goku still believed that Raditz would be too strong for the both of them teamed up, despite him being weakened at this point. So Gohan got Raditz in a wrestling style lock, and Piccolo powered up his new special beam cannon. Finally, Raditz was defeated, though he still survived the attack for some time afterwards. But it still took the combined might of Goku, Piccolo, and even the slightest bit in Gohan, and utilizing a weakness. And they were still barely victorious here. The cost was Goku's life. Now, there were plenty of villains that were strong in Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z, but was there actually a villain where you could have pitted the top two fighters against the said villain, and even if you amplified their power drastically, they wouldn't be able to defeat that villain? I don't think so. Narratively, it makes sense that Raditz was this strong, though. The Saiyan race needed to be introduced this way to explain why Goku was so strong, and a villain that was so strong that Goku's death felt deserved. You wouldn't want some sorry-ass villain to defeat and kill Goku. But also, it would immediately make the readers fear for the Z-Fighters' future, as two Saiyans, each far more powerful than Raditz, would also arrive in a year. With Goku dead, there needed to be a sense of dread, and you really feel it here. But while Raditz definitely needed to be strong in the story arc, it really does take a lot out of the fight. If Raditz was a bit weaker, where neither Goku or Piccolo still couldn't take him out individually, but if they teamed up, they could actually defeat him, or at least do damage together, in my opinion, that would have been a much, much better fight. Just imagine, instead of Goku and Piccolo getting destroyed by Raditz, but Goku and Piccolo teaming up against Raditz, and it actually working, at least a little bit. For me, at least, it's hard to be interested into a fight in an anime where it's such a lopsided effort. For me, it's like just watching a blowout in football. Seeing Goku and Piccolo struggle against Raditz, but it actually working at least a little bit, would have been a lot more entertaining than seeing them get absolutely beat down by Goku's alien brother. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. In my opinion, yes, Raditz was too overpowered, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't the end of the world. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think down below. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And sorry, I have put in the wrong link. Well, not the wrong link. My Discord link has been expired. I saw a lot of comments saying that, and I finally got it fixed. So the new Discord link in the description will take you to my Discord. I'm going to be more active on there. Not going to be on there every day, but I will be on there a few times a week. So if you want to check out my Discord, that'll be linked down below. But anyways, guys, hope you all have an amazing day. Peace out.